Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. We're back with yet another Kingdom Death model. Today we see the Temple Explorer, which is part of the G for generic class of characters. I don't know how often you come across Temple Explorers in your typical D&D or Pathfinder campaigns, but I don't care. I love me some Kingdom Death models. Let's take a look at what's inside. Hey, I managed to get a first run. It seems to be a bit of a rarity these days. So, first off, obviously with a Temple Explorer, you can't help but think Indiana Jones style, but we definitely have a bit of a Kingdom Death take on that as well. The cigar is a nice touch too. Let's see a little bit more of the model on the postcard included. And yes, that is another Kingdom Death model wearing clothing. It is a bit of a rarity, but it seems to be becoming a bit less these days. Maybe as they've run out of trying to show what kind of class the character is supposed to be and, barely anything. I don't know. A lot of parts in here. Hopefully they're all intact. Let's take a look. I don't know what that is. At first I thought it was a hat. Oh, maybe it's her scarf? Kind of looks like it. And we have the hand that's supposed to be holding something. What is she holding? A torch. I don't know what's in the other hand. I thought a pistol, but we'll see. A very old-timey flintlock looking pistol. Big, thick legs. I do like that with the big, thick boots. Helps the model actually stand up. Cigar in mouth. Plinth hat. Rest of the body is one piece. Bit of a rarity to see the chest is actually part of the body rather than a separate piece. There's too many times I've had to glue those on. But yeah. I'm curious what's going to go on the rest of her. You can see her canteen right there in the compass. What else we got? Survival kit. This must be the flame for the torch, a backpack, a knife, and naturally her trusty rope. Whip. Who cares about a rope, right? I'm guessing that's a backpack. Did she have a spot for a backpack? She did. Okay. Nothing overtly complex, nowhere near as obnoxious as something like the Shadow Thief or Energy Potion Maker or some of the more complex models, but it is a bit of a job there, which I don't mind. I do enjoy these. And it is regular resin in case you are worried about having to play with the photo resin 3D printed stuff with all the whorls and, styration issues. Nope, none of that here. So give me a sec. I'm going to go get her glued together, and we'll see how she turns out then. Alright, we got our Temple Explorer all put together here, and sadly I noticed after building her that she is missing her cigar, or it's a tiny little stub hanging out of her mouth there. I gotta say, the casting, the model itself looks really sharp. Naturally, it won't look this nice after I paint it, but I really dig what's going on with this model here. It's a lot of fun little details. And she is fully clothed and her butt cheeks aren't sticking out of her pants, so that's a +1 for a Kingdom Death figure, because that's not usually the case. I am just kind of bummed that she is missing the cigar, and I actually, prior to filming this, glued a little bit of sprue on there, and now it's disappeared too. She's just gonna have to not smoke anymore. Grabbed a couple other fully clothed Kingdom Death models just to give you guys a good sense of scale. She's gonna fit in great, even though she's got that nice big pith helmet there. Grabbing some other models just to give you guys a good sense of scale in case you have not ever experienced Kingdom Death models. A Random Wargames Atlantic Deathfield Rumjäger, a Space Marine, a Relic Blade Human, a WizKids Deep Cuts model, and how about a good old Mantic Basilian. Kingdom Death models tend to be pretty large, so if you wanted to include her in, say, some kind of jungle expedition, exploration type game, I know there's a couple out there, I think she's going to be a little out of scale for you. So just bear that in mind. If you just want a cool looking model, then obviously I don't think you're going to go wrong there. With these Kingdom Death models, they are pretty hit and miss in terms of availability. She is an actual resin. She isn't one of the photo resin models like that recent Peasant Hero. So that is a plus as well. Overall, just a fun little kit. It makes me curious what kinds of classes we are going to continue to see as this line continues to grow. If we're just going to have something totally random and generic. I have no idea. I mean, this is part of their generic line. Grabbing a couple other models that are a little bit more in scale. Wild West Exodus figure. One of my favorite Wild West Exodus figures. Waylon the Smith. So they are pretty close in size. Privateer stuff tends to be a little bit smaller. GW Ogres, not so much. But yeah. So hopefully we're going to continue to see this line of generic figures grow and evolve and come up with new stuff. And hopefully maybe with a little bit less flimsy tobacco-related products to snap off. And I didn't even mention the cool skull torch thing she's got going on there. Or the knife, or the whip, and the grappling hook. There's just a lot of fun details. So overall, I really dig her, and the compass, obviously. But yeah. Whether we'll see an encore of her anytime soon is anybody's guess, but I guess with Kingdom Death models, as always, do take a look at the website fairly regularly. Who knows what they're going to have in stock. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.